I'm given a string that only consists of parentheses, brackets, and curly braces, and I need to determine if the string is a valid string with like opening and closing parentheses in the proper locations. So, for example, this one, I'm given two parentheses. This should be true because, like, just knowing how math works, this is valid. Same for this. This is also valid because this one counts as one entity, one thing, and one thing. That's how math works. This one is false because there's a parentheses and there's a bracket, and then there's nothing that closes the parentheses, and there's nothing that starts off the square bracket. This is also false, even though it has the right amount of parentheses and right amount of brackets. It's not correct because how math works. Let's say there's something inside these parentheses, so this is technically valid, and then this will I guess will operate like multiply, add, for example, and this will be gone. That work is done. And then there's this open right bracket here that's not associated with anything. So this is a false. This is not a valid string. This one is though, as even though this one starts off with like brackets and then curly braces and then a bracket inside this counts, so you can work from the inside out, and it'll still be work because if we operate on this disappears, and then we operate again, like, oh, there's opening and closing brackets, and then it works. Math will understand. So I understand that my input is a string, output is a boolean. True if the parentheses are valid. Parentheses, curly brace, brackets. So these brackets, curly braces are all in the proper places. I guess that's one way you can say that. Matching, I haven't seen exactly a problem recently like this, but this reminds me of a shunting yard algorithm. So it's gonna be something similar to that. I'll need a for loop to go through with each character going forward. And what else I need? I'll need a stack. I'm used to working with like a stacking queue for reverse Polish notation and shunting yard. They're very related, so I'm going to use a stack. And then Python is just a list. Python's list works. So I'm going to use a stack, and we'll need if conditions as well. And that's pretty much, I think that's all I need. So I need to start with the operator stack. Operator stack, it's starts empty. Then I'm going to look at each character. For loop. Each character in input string. And then let's see. If I see if the character is a left parentheses, then in the stack append the right parentheses. Else if bracket, stack append right bracket. Else if curly brace, where'd this come from? Stack append the right brace, and then if I still have something in the stack, so else if stack still has stuff, stack is not empty, and in the most recent, let's see, in the most recent character, well, it does, and the character at the top of the stack, let's see, element, let's call it element at the top of the stack is equal to current character. Then I start popping the stack. So pop the stack, whatever's on top. Now, else if none of these conditions are true, that means there's a mismatch of the character. So I just return false. For example, this one. So I'm gonna push the right parentheses in the stack. I'm gonna push the right brace in the stack, and then it sees the right one. Then, oh, is the most recent one at the top of the stack a left parentheses? No. Okay. Immediate invalid. So return false here. Then at the end of the for loop, I still need to check whether or not the stack is empty. So if stack is empty, then everything worked out like it's supposed to. So return true. So and if it's not empty, well, return false. So that's that's it for the plan to figure out whether or not this is a valid string, and I guess my previous knowledge of shunting yard helps a little bit, but this is still quite a very, very simplified version of a shunting yard algorithm, and that's pretty much it.